Good afternoon, President Miares, members of the Platform Party, honored guests, and of course, my fellow UMUC students, faculty, family, and friends. I would like to begin by expressing my gratitude to God and my family for helping me persevere through the years, for their sacrifices, and for giving me a reason to continually work on becoming the best version of myself I can possibly be. So, what do you do when you feel like you have done everything you could to be on the right path, but your actions or lack thereof lead to a less than satisfactory result? When I got accepted into college, I felt ecstatic, like my life was going according to plan. However, just when you think you have it all figured out, life happens. Over the past 10 years, I became a mother at 19, married my childhood sweetheart, a Navy sailor, moved across the United States, all the way to Hawaii and back, experienced deployments, and gave birth to 3 beautiful babies. Postpartum depression found a seat right next to me, but I hope that by sharing how I struggled to overcome that insidious entity can in turn help you know that whatever life throws at you, you are so much stronger than that obstacle. For a long time, I allowed traumatic, life-altering experiences to define my worth, my value, and my purpose, which I felt was non-existent. There were days where I had to fight to get out of bed, to convince myself there was a reason to keep fighting the good fight, to force myself to get out of my own headspace of feeling essentially worthless, feeling that my life made no difference and had no point. Quite frankly, many days I felt my children and my husband would be better off without me. Thankfully, with the help of a wonderful support system and education, I have been learning how to rewrite my own narrative and redefine myself as a person of whom I can be proud. I stand here today as a person who represents anyone who has experienced what it is like to feel lost or hopeless at least once in their lifetime. After struggling, I learned a few things I'd like to share with you today. First, your circumstance does not define you, nor does it define your future. It is not It does not dictate facts about your abilities, your worth, or what your future holds. And although your childhood may help shape you as a person, your trauma does not define you. It is not about where you came from or where you are right now. It is about where you are going. One of my favorite aspects of studying at UMUC was encountering people from all over the world going through the same classes, all experiencing life while juggling the tasks of furthering our education. It is comforting to know that you aren't alone in the struggle. Second, learn to be content with what you have. It's one of the keys to happiness. There's a cycle with always wanting, and some people live for the chase, but the satisfaction deflates once that chase is over. It may feel productive, but what is the point if all you do is gather all that you chase and never find a moment to be still and appreciate your presence? When I was looking at the prospect of graduating this winter after 10 years, I did not feel joy. I felt embarrassment. But then I recognized that the timeline I had set for myself did not take into account all the random obstacles life threw at me, and how in spite of all of that, it was not too late to finish. This was me finding peace and contentment. We all have fallen or falling or will fall, but falling does not equate to failure. As long as you get back up and keep trying, you have not failed. Third, seasons of stillness creates an environment of growth. Stillness reveals more about yourself than staying busy just to keep your mind occupied. If all you allow your mind to consume is constant noise, how can you expect to have the capacity to organize your thoughts and priorities? There's a difference between hustling to get the job done and just being busy to avoid confronting yourself. Recognize when distractions are taking up space during times you need to just be still and think. In seasons of stillness, I realized that my pride never has been too big for me to take an opportunity to grow, whether that meant reevaluating my choice in companionships or absorbing a reality check. Whenever you find yourself in a moment of stillness, ask yourself, am I willing to continue the path of learning to become the best version of myself? Am I going to work to live or live to work? And my final question for you is, what impression will you make in your lifetime? Thank you.
University of Maryland University College is now University of Maryland Global Campus.